We'll start with that search at Mar-a-Lago this morning. Trump is complaining about it on social media, and Republicans are rallying around him. FBI agents executed a search warrant at the former president's Florida estate on Monday. It was part of an investigation into whether he broke the law by taking classified documents from the White House to his home. To get the warrant, a federal judge would have had to sign off after hearing from FBI agents that there was probable cause to believe that a crime had been committed. But that isn't stopping the former president and his allies from saying that the whole thing was political and that it was unfair. This morning on his Truth Social site, Trump criticizes the FBI for not allowing his representatives and lawyers to be anywhere near the areas of his property that were searched. He writes this: "Everyone was asked to leave the premises. They wanted to be left alone without any witnesses to see what they were doing, taking, or hopefully not planting." Trump did not provide any evidence for that claim. Republicans who support him say the search was unnecessary.
It's unprecedented that you would go into a former president. Why wouldn't they just ask the president if they have something there that they want? He surely would have provided it to them. Why did they have to show up in the manner they did? Because this isn't the way they treated other people. This isn't the way they treated other people within their own party.
We want an inventory of what they actually took from the president's house so we can see whether or not this actually even matches to what they said they went into the president's house for, and how many things they took that were actually related to the president's personal affairs, because that certainly is the highest level of concern here.
But without any comment from the FBI or the Justice Department, it was impossible to know much about the investigation or exactly what the FBI was looking for. Trump and his lawyers are refusing to release the actual search warrant, and they haven't provided the details on what was taken. At the White House briefing, the press secretary denied that politics was a factor. She says the Department of Justice operates independently.
The president was not briefed, was not aware of it. No one at the White House was given a heads up.
I feel certain, not knowing any details directly, that they wouldn't have taken such an historic and monumental step without thoughtful consideration and checking all the boxes.
Later today, more legal problems for Donald Trump. He'll be questioned under oath as part of the New York Attorney General's investigation into his real estate dealings. The Trump Organization is accused of misstating the value of assets like skyscrapers and golf courses. We'll send it back to you.